There is the option of the inverted armbar when I have control of his arm and I'm able to squeeze and get the submission over here, get the arm on my neck and get the submission over here. But I have to get there somehow. And there's great control getting the submission when I have the overhook. Okay, when I use the overhook, I can use the lapel as well too. And I can shift out, and I squeeze my knees, and I get the inverted armbar. But this is with the overhook. Okay, so another good control and another way to break posture down is to get the underhooks. For fighting or anything where you're worried about punches, the overhooks can control the arms more. The underhooks give you better sweeps, but they also allow the guy to punch more because his arms are free. You see what I'm saying? But for now, you know, I want you to get the underhook and head control. A lot of the times, guys that know that you want that arm control, they're not going to put their hand on the mat. So it can be more difficult to get the overhook, in my opinion, against well-skilled people that don't get overhooked or put their hand on the mat, especially MMA fighters and guys who know how to pass the guard. They know that they are not supposed to put their hands on the mat. It's a basic fundamental movement, no-no, I guess, in Jiu Jitsu, right? So to get the underhook can be easier. So I can come underneath him with one hand, clinch his head and break him down. I'm going to start to rotate, getting his elbow off of me, and now I got to create that distance. As I start to come over here, I'll push him away. I can actually turn this, that's why I like this hand on this side instead of this way. It's further away, see? All right, it's further away. And then I start to bring this onto my neck. I'm turning onto my side. Notice my shoulder and my head's cranking up to trap his arm. I start hip escaping out, and then I'm gonna bring my knee. If I can have this foot, like maybe a shorter person can put this foot, sit up a little bit, can put this foot on the hip, you can do that as well too. Taller people, sometimes I'll get stuck right here, which is okay. But this leg back here wants to go on the hip itself or the lower back above the hip on the back side, and then squeeze at the shoulder. Okay, that's the movement that I want to do with the legs. And then I'm able to control the arm. Let's talk about the controlling of the arm. I want to make sure, you can't see it right now, but I want to make sure that his elbow is an inverted arm bar. So typically his elbow's facing my groin or my belly button when I do a normal arm bar, right? And his thumb's to the sky. In this case, his thumb is towards me and it's the opposite. And I want to make sure the crease is facing me and not his elbow. And now to make the submission, I squeeze my knees. I'm trying to drive his head into the ground. And I need to roll his elbow so that it faces me. Tap. And I can pull that arm in. I can gable grip it. Tap. Or I can push his face and roll towards the ground by pulling his arm in. Okay? So now let's talk about the combinations. All right, so I'm going to go underneath, grab his head. I start to break him down. I'm going to make space by bringing the forearm to the other side of the head. I can start to shift out, push his head away. I'm here. Now I hug and I can get the arm bar. Does that make sense, guys? Sir. Right? So now to set that up, if Levi leaves his arm on this side, and I go for this arm here, and I'm having troubles trying to get the space over here like this, and he's not quite letting me get this the opponent's head to the floor and get that angle, and he starts continuously driving into me, and this hand stays on the stomach. This is why I'm able to shift over and attack the other side arm bar. So I use this arm as a setup to attack the other arm. Okay, back up for me a little bit. This is what we say in the counter. Okay, so again, I go for the head and arm clinch, and I start making my way over to here. He's not letting me, he's not letting me. Use that foot on the hip, squeezing the arm, and locking that arm up like this, and attacking that arm over here. Make sense? Sir. Gonna add to that, he pulls his arm out. We go back to that triangle configuration, but we're not gonna finish the triangle. We're just gonna lock the triangle, and I still want you to invert it up. So we work on the same technique. The second thing that we're gonna do from this position is gonna take this hand, swim through, pocket that elbow, start pushing his arm or his body away with your other foot, break the posture, come out towards the omoplata, and I want you to make sure his posture is broken down with your legs, curl your body, climb up his back, overlook that hook that shoulder, or the head and the shoulder. Either way, arch your body forward and get the submission for the omoplata. So combine the inverted armbar with the far side armbar, the inverted armbar from the triangle, and then the omoplata from the inverted armbar of the triangle. Again, I'm here, bang, first rep. Very first thing we're gonna do is get the inverted armbar. I start shifting, I come, push the head away. Make sure I get pressure pointing with that elbow pointing towards me. Let's go one more time, turn. I get the submission. Next time, I'll follow with the armbar. I'm here, I get the head over, he's being honoring, I turn, shift, and I get the armbar. He pulls his arm out, still holding on to the elbow with both hands. I just lock the triangle, give him space between my gut and his arm, and lift my shoulder up to give the space for the arm to be able to break. Pull the elbow to you, or pummel through, and I start to shift. Look how I break him down, watch my foot. Leg over the face, and I sneak out. Start going straight to the shoulder, the omoplata, driving your knee to the mat. We clear, guys?
Sure.
Any questions? Ready?